Hey guys, in this video we're going to do an FAQ on a new product, but actually it's an older product. I had this product in a long time ago, probably 1 to 2 years ago, and I couldn't get it anymore. So I finally found a way to get it back. A lot of people were asking about this, but it's a Friendly Bacteria Probiotic, and it's a liquid, non-dairy. When you take it, it doesn't get destroyed like other probiotics that get destroyed by the stomach acid, so it can survive that. Okay, so let's start with the benefits. Helps you maintain regular bowel movements, okay? So if you have constipation, diarrhea, let's say you took an antibiotic before and the bowels aren't right, this is one thing you could take. It's a kind of a deodorizer, so it helps to purify. One of the groups of microbes, and there's actually 3 groups of microbes: lactic acid bacteria, friendly yeast, and something called photosynthetic bacteria. Lactic acid bacteria greatly reduce and inhibit the methane gas bacteria, the type of bacteria that actually, gives you some odorous gas. So when you take this, it will help that condition. And you have friendly yeast, which does several things. One thing, it makes B vitamins. Now, people are kind of concerned about yeast, thinking that if they take this, it's going to give them a yeast infection. No. Your body naturally has a friendly yeast. What happens if you don't have enough of the good yeast, you get an overgrowth of the bad yeast and candida, and that can grow in different places in the body, even your toenail, different parts of the body, on the scalp. So the friendly yeast actually protects you against the unfriendly overgrowth of yeast. Then you have photosynthetic bacteria, which is pretty fascinating. These microbes can adapt in just about any environment, with oxygen, without oxygen, with light, without light, under extreme temperatures. They allow other microbes to exist or coexist together, and they help our immune system. As far as a deodorizer goes, you can actually take a very small amount of this and dilute it in water and spray it on mold, like in your basement, and it actually helps that. Or even in your septic tank. I've done it, and it just kind of gets rid of the odor within hours. It's quite amazing. Certain farmers are using it in agriculture, and they're using it also for animals as well, and plant growth. But the big benefit is these microbes help you maximize the absorption of nutrients, as well as build up your defenses, your immune defenses, because your largest immune system is in your gut. It was developed by a professor in Japan named Dr. Turvo Higa. Okay, he's the one who developed the effective microbes. I've done other videos on this before, but he stumbled on this by accident. He was doing research on agriculture, and he would use, or back then, they used various strains of microbes, like just one strain, and they would put it into the soil and they would see what happened. So one day he actually was done, and he combined like all these microbes together, and he was ready to toss them out. Then he had an idea as he was walking across this patch of grass just to pour it into the grass. So he comes back several days later, and he notices that patch of grass just like is flourishing. It's just growing like crazy. So then he gets a bright idea. He starts doing more research, and then he comes up with this product right here. All right, so what does it taste like? Okay, so first of all, you're not going to actually drink it straight. You could. It's kind of like a molasses, but it's kind of bitter. Kind of like I guess a combination of vinegar and molasses. But what you want to do is you want to take, start up with a half of a capful. That's a half of a tablespoon. And put it in about a little bit of water, like a third of a glass, and drink it before you go to bed. Now, if your immune system is very compromised and it's very fragile, you'd want to take a smaller amount, like let's say a couple drops, and slowly increase. So just start out with a half of a capful, okay, in water before bed for a couple days, and then increase to the entire cap. On a rare occasion, you might detox a little bit, so you might feel a little bit tired, but you're sleeping anyway, so you're probably not going to notice it. But if you take 1 capful, that's 1 tablespoon, and that would last you about 32 days. Okay, so this is like a 1-month supply. So one last point, if you do detox on this, stop taking it for a while. Take smaller amounts gradually over a longer period of time. If you have an imbalance of microbes in your gut, you actually need this, but in very small amounts. If you take this and you start to detoxify, stop taking it till all that reaction goes away, okay, because there's an immune reaction going on. It doesn't mean you don't need it, it just means you're taking too much, too fast. So take a very small amount only after the detox reaction has gone away completely, and then slowly increase. And I'm talking like maybe, half of a teaspoon for a while, and then gradually build up your microbes until you have no more reaction again. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, if you're liking this content, please subscribe now, and I will actually keep you updated on future videos.